The greatest rewards in life come when we are willing to step out into the unknown, the uncertain, and possibly the unsafe. When we are willing to step out in faith into these areas, we are taking a risk that is uncomfortable, but the reward for this risk is often the greatest we will ever experience. When I think back on my life, and I think back on the greatest memories or the greatest accomplishments that I had, it was typically times when I took risk with my challenges. You know, I think back on when I traveled to Congo 3 different times to bring home my adopted son, not knowing if we would ever truly be successful. You know, I think about races where I towed the line against some competitors that I was not expected to beat, or when I boldly came out and said that I was going to achieve a certain accomplishment that many would have considered impossible. Or when I started my business right out of college, when I was just married and needed to be able to support my family. You know, all of these were risks. They were all unknown. I didn't know if I would be successful, but they were risks I was willing to take, and because of them, they're some of the greatest accomplishments that I've achieved in my life. You know, when we step out into the unknown, there is no certainty. There is no certainty whether we will be able to achieve it, but the reward is great. You know, Jimmy Carter once said, "Go out on a limb because that is where the fruit is." And this is so true. This is what I'm trying to express to you today, that going out on that limb is where you're going to accomplish and achieve that which you most want to achieve. So I challenge you today. What are the things in your life that are calling you to step out into the unknown? You know, maybe this is with your training. Maybe it is with work. Maybe it is with family or relationships. But I plead with you to think about, where are those areas where you are being called to step out into the unknown, to take greater risk, to put yourself out there and call yourself to a greater course of action. So, I leave you today with that charge. I hope that you will consider where you are being called out into the unknown, where you're being called out into the uncertain, possibly the unsafe, and grab it and go after it, because I'm confident that you are going to achieve your greatest when you do this.